Hi everybody, this is current events for January 1st, 2021. Happy New Year, everybody. We're going to be reading some old news from last year. So basically we've got the Driftless Journal from Tuesday, December 29th, and the Decorah Public Opinion from Thursday, December 31st. So we get started with the Driftless Journal. What do we got? We got front page news. People are starting to get vaccinated in Winneshiek County, including us yesterday. So I probably won't read that whole article because we've all been given our vaccine if we were going to get it. So good on us. Let's go to the next article. Teen sportsmen vow to fish all 50. 18-year-olds aim to catch every state fish in the U.S. How are they going to do that? Here's their picture. They look like they're going to do it. Okay, it says under the picture, Luke Conson and Daniel Balzarak, 18-year-olds from Virginia, both deferred their college admissions due to the pandemic. They're pictured catching muskies, the state fish of Wisconsin. Well, that's awesome. Why not skip college this year? This doesn't seem to be a good experience for anyone. Anywho, catching a catfish in Iowa or a walleye in Minnesota isn't such a big deal for residents of those states. But when those fish are part of a nationwide quest, they become special catches indeed. Luke Conson and Daniel Balzarak, both 18-year-olds from Virginia, were fresh out of high school when they hatched a plan with a simple goal but ambitious execution to catch the state fish of every state in the Union. While the pair had plans to enroll last fall at South Carolina's Clemson University, they learned all their classes would at least start online. Because they had endured virtual learning the last few months of their high school career, they didn't want to spend any more time in front of a computer screen. We didn't love it, Conson chuckled as he recalled online learning. We both decided to defer our admissions to the fall of 2021. We were trying to decide what to do in the meantime and didn't want to sit at home for a year. While we were trying to make that decision, I happened to be fishing with my family in North Carolina, so fishing was on our minds at the time. The idea hit us to travel to all 50 states, and because we love to fish, we wanted to catch every state fish. As far as we can tell, no one has ever accomplished that task. At school this year, instead of sitting in front of a computer screen, they're staring through their windshield of a commandeered family minivan as the miles wind by on their Fish All 50 fish trip. When the Driftless Journal caught up with the pair, Conson said in a phone interview that their most recent conquest was catching the Mississippi state fish, the largemouth bass, and the duo was halfway to accomplishing their mission. I wonder if they'll be doing any ice fishing. All right. Let's see. Student creates blankets for law enforcement as part of a service project. 8th grader Kaylee Adam recently presented handmade blankets to the officers from the Winneshiek County Sheriff's Department. The blankets will be given out to those having roadside emergencies or given simply to brighten someone's day. That's awesome. As part of her confirmation service project, Kaylee Adam created blankets to give to the Winneshiek County Sheriff's Department and the Kalmar Police Department. Kaylee and family are members of Kalmar Lutheran Church in Kalmar. The blankets will be given to individuals who break down on the side of the road or have an accident to help them stay warm until further help arrives, or to simply be given to people to brighten their day. Here she is with the officers. That's a great idea. Who wouldn't have their day brightened by a blanket like that, especially if you're needing roadside assistance? Okay. Winneshiek County supervisors are thanked for their service. The Winneshiek County Board of Supervisors said goodbye to 3 of its own on Monday, December 21st at their meeting. Outgoing supervisors John Logston, Mark Kuhn, and Dean Thompson were recognized at their last meeting, and here they are. All right. Let's see. a lot of news about the COVID vaccine, but maybe we'll be in there next week. Okay. Heirloom Coin Bank, part of Decora's history. What? Let's find out more. Steve Johnson of Decora uncovered a bit of history recently and is starting to research with readers. An old coin bank from the early 1900s has been saved for 3 generations in pristine condition. The coin bank was offered up as a promotion for Citizen Savings Bank Christmas Club promotion back on December 10th, 1913. The bank offered the free coin bank to those who signed up to start a bank account, often known as Christmas Club accounts. $1 investment would open the account at the bank back in those days, and a new account holder would walk out the door with a miniature coin bank as a keepsake gift. Johnson shared the old advertisement and the picture of the coin bank along with a photo of Citizen Savings Bank in the early 1800s. Citizen Savings was one of only 3 banks in Decorah in 1913. The bank was originally located at 111 Winnebago Street. It moved to the corner of Water and Winnebago Streets in 1897. That spot currently houses the business of Hacker, Nelson and Company. The bank extensively remodeled the original stone with a brick facade structure into a Romanesque Queen Anne-style building seen in Decorah today. The bank was founded on February 20th, 1884, with C.W. Burdick as its president. Let's take a look at the photos. Here's the building. Here's the ad. And here's what the little bank looked like. Pretty cool. All right. Iowa land values show stability in a turbulent year. Annual survey finds average value of Iowa farmland has increased 1.7% per acre this year. That's great. All right. There's a crossword puzzle, but I don't think we'll do it. It would require more brain power than I've got at this point. Okay. They're looking for people to sign up to mentor a youth during National Mentoring Month. I wish them luck with that. The food pantry has provided holiday meals, which is great. There's a recipe for loaded mashed potato soup. What's it loaded with, you might ask? 4 slices of bacon, 1 medium onion, 2 sprigs of fresh thyme, 3 cloves of garlic, a carton of chicken broth, sour cream, shredded cheddar, dill, 3 green onions, salt and pepper, and 5 cups leftover mashed potatoes. Well, sounds pretty loaded with bacon, so it must be good. Okay. The FSC of La Crosse virtual conference celebrates women, resiliency, and faith. American writer Keo Kalia Yang will be the keynote speaker at the Franciscan Spirituality Center of La Crosse, Wisconsin's 2nd annual Women's Conference celebrating resiliency and faith. Overcoming Challenges with Grit and Grace will take place Saturday, January 16th. Well, this is a good year to overcome things, so they should get a good turnout. Iowa teens can register for a National 4-H Healthy Living Summit. Access to nutritious food, safe spaces to be active, and resources to improve mental well-being are all important components for forming healthy habits and building healthier communities. Iowa 4-H Youth Development invites teens interested in addressing community health improvements to attend the National 4-H Health Living Summit Friday, February 12th. Sounds good. All right. Over we go to Echoes of the Past. 100 years ago today in 1920, county could see women on jury duty soon. Well, you would hope so if they just got the vote, right? 100 years ago, it may not be too long before the Winneshiek County Board of Supervisors considers choosing women for petite jury service. Now that the Dubuque County women have been chosen for such service, it is thought our county may follow. The board may utilize one or two of the spare rooms as restrooms for the women jurors who service, and place the other conveniences for them also. I wonder what that would be. It is likely the board may take action in the very near future. In other news, last week, Father Norton of St. Patrick's Church over at Waukon was the recipient of the high honors at the hands of the Pope when he receives a message from Rome announcing to him that it had pleased His Holiness to elevate him to the rank of domestic prelate in his household. Father Norton has been in the priesthood for almost 40 years, 27 of which have been spent in Alameda County. Shorty's Cafe is giving out some handsome calendars for the new year. Mr. Bo has received many compliments on it. As Shorty says, he thought if he was going to make a present of a calendar, he would get one out that was worthwhile. Judging from the work of the art he secured, we say he exercises very good judgment. All right, good deal. The lease and fixture at the Winnebago County Hotel have been sold to Edwin Boss from over near Olwine. Let's see. The annual open house for New Year's Day at the Decorah Elks of the Elks will feature venison sandwiches. That sounds pretty good. The clerks and carriers at the Decorah Post Office put in some very hard work and produced some very satisfactory results this Christmas season. The parcel post delivery was made by Eber Christopher with a team and bobsleigh, from which Gustav J. Queel and Hubert Opsahl worked 34 bobsleigh loads of packages from the morning of the 20th until the evening of the 25th. Later in the week, this same trio delivered 5 loads more and cleaned up the parcels from the midnight train. Ted Yeager, the special delivery man, also had a very busy week. All right. Iowa Deer Season 1953. Don Blagan of Decorah shares this keepsake photo taken during Iowa's first deer season of 1953. I don't know about you, but it's kind of, I didn't know they did that kind of a deal. Check it out. Oh dear. That's how many dangling deer from the tree? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I guess that's better than hitting them with a car. All right, 1930. 90 years ago, members of the Decorah Lodge of the Elks will stage another big New Year's Eve dance at the Elks home for the Elks and their families only. The dance, including the lunch, costs $1.50. The large, beautiful Christmas tree sponsored by G.V. Baker and Son in front of their lumber yard here in town is one of the highly attractive holiday features in the city. The tree is decorated with some 60 colored lights. It's attracting attention from scores of folks. Big Santa Claus stands nearby with a sign reading, "Santa Claus, please don't let anyone steal these bulbs." The sign has assisted in deterring youngsters or olders from snitching a bulb as they pass by. Snitching a bulb. All right. Ossie Orwell, Decorah's noted baseball player, has been traded to the Pacific Locust League at Portland. He had been playing for the Philadelphia Athletics. A new car is on the horizon. The automobile is designed with a magnet attached to the exterior. It is used to collect nails and old metal pieces along the roadways. What? I don't understand. Does that mean like you see a nail, you stop your car and you stick it on there, or it just picks it up as it rolls along? Because that could pick up a lot of stuff. I don't know. If any of you know the answer to that, please find me this week and let me know. The Christmas season doesn't appear to deter highway robbers from playing their nefarious work, as was evidenced last Monday afternoon when Charles Bruyere of Decorah was held up and robbed on the roadway near Waukon. The fellow pulled a gun and relieved him of $12 in a billfold and disappeared down the road. The highway robber had a long brown overcoat reaching his ankles, and his face bore a growth of red whiskers. Mr. Brouillet says he could easily identify him if he saw him again, unless he's shaved. I don't know. I'd be shaving that red beard off real quick if I was that guy. All right, I think that's going to be it for this paper. Okay. Nothing on that one. We go on to the public opinion. Front page of the public opinion. Neighbors embrace exercise and camaraderie. Drive down Leif Erikson Drive in Decorah between 12:45 and 1:15 on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, and you will likely notice people on either side of the road stretching with some of the biggest rubber bands you've ever seen. Smiling and waving isn't part of their prescribed routine, but they'll likely do so anyway. Those Leif Erikson neighbors were organized by Cheryl Pellet, who's been leading the group in exercise since March when COVID-19 precautions began. Pellet, a former nursing instructor at the Luther College and a part-time nurse at Luther College Health Center, felt neighbors exercising and keeping in touch was a perfect response to the pandemic. That's awesome. Check it out. It's like, let's get moving. But outside. Way to go, people. I think I recognize one of those ladies, too. All right. City will purchase neglected property, demolition, and eventual development planned. There's a property at 701 Maple Avenue to be purchased by the city of Decorah. It was a real fixer-upper, but now it's a real tear-downer, I guess. All right. Pretty bad when something is considered a long-standing property maintenance nuisance. All right. Marquardt named new chief medical officer. I am so sorry. All right. In a statement released Tuesday, Winneshiek Medical Center and Mayo Clinic announced the appointment of Thomas Marquardt, DPM, as the next chief medical officer of Winneshiek Medical Center. He's been serving in the interim chief medical officer role since September 2019. All right, here's his photo. Congratulations. City names: Municipal Electric Task Force. The Decorah Sustainability Commission is charged in part with helping the city of Decorah implement its sustainability plan, which was approved and adopted by the City Council in February 2020. One of the actions in the plan called for the establishment of a Municipal Electric Utility Task Force. The Commission voted to recommend the names of task force members at a special meeting of the Commission December 2nd. All right. There's ample more photos of people getting their COVID-19 vaccines, but we won't read about that because we already got ours. But here's something about Ossie Haugen. Woohoo! Check it out. That's outside. It says, community lights up Ossie Haugen for the holidays. Early in December, Ossie Haugen reached out to their member churches and the Decorah community asking for donations to decorate the nursing home. In a typical year, the residents would be going out on coach rides to see the holiday lights, but COVID-19 changed their plans. Said Ossie Haugen Administrator Orson Bowder, we wanted to bring our residents hope and light, so instead of our residents going to see the lights, we wanted to bring the lights to our residents. Our hope is that with the vaccine around the corner, maybe there's a light at the end of the tunnel we have been in the last 9 months. Community support reached over $5,000, which provided indoor displays in common areas, outdoor lights, electrical cords, wreaths, inflatable holiday displays, and more. Every area around the building is decorated with funds remaining to provide for additional power costs. Each resident can enjoy decorations from their window, and we have all the displays for coming years, too. It's true. But we took them down because Christmas is over and we want them to be good for next year. All right. We don't need any information on COVID vaccines. We got ours. Here's a sad note. Keparts, which was turned into West Music, is going out of business. And there's a little article about it by Jim Fritz. It says, the end of an era. I didn't want the passing of an era to go unsung. West Music, formerly Kephardt's Music, is in its final week of existence in Decorah. While retail establishments come and go, this one feels more significant to me. In a quick check on the internet, I was able to determine that Decorah has been home to excellent music stores for over 125 years. So it's been over 125 continuous years of music stores in Decorah. As a music educator, I cannot overemphasize the importance they have played not only in our schools but for amateur and professional musicians alike. Russ and Lynn Kephardt were the first people to welcome my wife Liz and I when we came to Decorah to teach in the public schools. Over the years, Rusty Kephardt, Wendy Kephardt, and Jim and Ann Kephardt, along with all the great Kephardts and West employees throughout the years, were indispensable to local musicians. While a small inventory of basic instrumental and vocal supplies will be present in the new kiosk at the Art House, Decorah will forever be changed. We will no longer have our own music store after over 125 years of their presence as an anchor store in our community. I didn't want this moment to pass without acknowledging the historical nature of this change, as well as extending a huge thanks to all the owners and employees who have enriched our musical life here in Decorah. All right, we'll check on the obituaries, because we need to read the one for Vernon Spildy. Vernon Spildy was a resident here for a period of time. Vernon Spildy, 94, of Decorah, died Sunday, December 20th at Winneshiek Medical Center. Vernon Lester Spildy was born on February 12, 1926, to Ivor and Hilda Bolson Spildy. He attended Nordness Grade School and graduated from Decorah High School. He was united in marriage to Catherine Hovey on April 18, 1950, at the Orleans Lutheran Church in rural Ridgeway. To this union, 5 children were born: Cheryl, Linda, Craig, Corrine, and Diane. Vernon started as the County 4-H youth assistant in the spring of 1947 and moved to managing the Assihaugen farm in 1751. Later in September, after Cheryl was born, he started at the Luther College Farm. He began selling Farm Bureau insurance in 1955. In 1957, he was the owner-operator of a fuel delivery truck for farm service until he returned to manage the Luther Farm in 1961. When Luther stopped operating their own land, Vernon transferred to the grounds maintenance manager position. He was known for his work making the baseball and softball diamonds look immaculate. He and Catherine attended almost every sporting event around Decorah. They especially enjoyed attending Luther women's softball and basketball games. Vernon served 14 years on the Winneshiek County Fair Board, and then in 1990 he served 6 years as fair manager. He clerked the 4-H livestock auction for 55 years. He was also a long-term treasurer for Washington Prairie Lutheran Church. He was awarded with many 4-H awards, including the State 4-H Hall of Fame, and was recognized by Luther College in 2016 for his accomplishments. He stayed active his whole life and always said, "I would rather wear out than rust out." Vernon and Catherine enjoyed camping and square dancing in their younger years. All right. There are a lot of obituaries, but that's the only one for someone who had been living here. So, early childhood through 4th grade students practice social and emotional skills. What? Don't they do that every day? The early childhood through 4th grade students at Decorah schools learned social emotional skills through Second Step, a social emotional curriculum, and PBIS, Positive Behavior Interventions and Supports, a school-wide positive behavior management system. Additional time and support is invested to review and practice these skills. Empathy is the focus of the students' current learning. Through this work, students are learning the importance of helping and caring for others. To support their learning and extend it beyond the school walls, students have been spreading joy throughout the community this holiday season. All right, it's true. That is very important to learn. All right, do we have anything else that we need to read? I'm thinking there must be more. see. Well, I think we've got just one more thing. The Fairway Roundup event raises funds for Winneshiek United Way. Fairway of Decorah recently participated in a Roundup event benefiting United Way of Winneshiek County. Over $900 was raised to support this year's annual campaign. Funds raised are allocated to 17 nonprofit agencies serving Winneshiek County. The United Way of Winneshiek County operates with an all-volunteer board. Let's see, so the roundup thing is like if you buy something and your grocery total is like $20.80, you round it up to $21, so then the United Way would get 20 cents, if I did my math right. So that's going to be it for current events for today. Hope you have a very good day and great week for your first week of 2021. We'll see you again next week.